Alright, hello everyone, this is Mr. Crozier. I wanted to give you a little bit of help on our practice quiz 3.1. Using the law of sines to solve each one of these triangles. Well, the law of sines says that we have any side A over sine of A is any side B over sine of B, and any side C is sine of C. Now what you can do with that is you can flip it over and put the angles on top if you want to, so these can be all flipped over as long as you flip them all over. Alright, so here we go. We have this triangle and we want to find the missing angles and the two missing sides. Well, first thing we want to do is draw this as best we can to scale. So we have an angle of 120, and a 120 degree angle looks something like this here, and we'll call that angle A, and we'll put angle B somewhere out here and C somewhere out there. And there's only one triangle that can be made, and it's right there. Alright, across from A is A, and across from B is B, and across from C is C. So let's fill in what we know. We know 120 degrees. I'm going to put that in red right here. 45 is the B, and the C is 16. And what you want to notice what we have here is we have a side surrounded by two angles, which is angle, side, angle, which means we can use the law of sines. Everything on this worksheet you can use the law of sines, but it's going to come into more play later. You just want to kind of see what's going on here. This is angle, side, angle. It's what we know about the triangle, and then all we have to do is start setting up ratios. If we want to, well, first thing I do, I can definitely figure out what angle C is. If I take 100, let's see here, if I take 180 and I subtract away the 120 and the 45, definitely know this one's 15 degrees, so I have one thing done. The answers are at the bottom. 15 degrees is down here at the bottom. We can mark it off. Alright, and now we just got to find the sides, and that's going to be right in a ratio. And the key to this problem is that we know a pair here. We know that 15 goes with C. So I'm going to set this up and say that 16 over sine of 15, that's C, is equal to any ratio I want. And the ratio I want, let's go ahead and figure out A, and that's going to be A over sine of 120 degrees. Now it's just a matter of a little bit of algebra. The step would be times both sides by sine of 120. Gone. A would be whatever that would be, and make sure your calculator's in degrees. Mine's in degrees, so I'm going to go sine of 120 parentheses times 16 divided by sine of 15. About 53.54. And that's A, 53.54. Oops, right there. And it's also right down here. Alright, for triangle 2, you're going to want to go ahead and just draw it. To start with the angle, first angle is A. Alright, there's an angle A, 60 degrees. Angle B, don't know. Angle C, I'm going to call this one angle C over here. And it's going up at 23 degrees. So we have 60 degrees, 23.8 degrees. And let's do all of the other work. What do we have here? A, B, C. C is 10. What do we have here? We have a side surrounded by two angles. A side surrounded by two angles. We usually put the angle, side, but both of these are options for law of sines, so you can use this rule for law of sines. Again, everything on this worksheet is law of sines. However, what we do next week won't. Alright, so we come down here to this one. Again, draw the triangle. Couple ways to work with this. This is 2 degrees. Oh, sorry, these are backwards. That's degrees, minutes. 45 or 2.75, right? Because this is 2 and 45 over 60. which is 0.75. In your calculator, you're going to want to enter it either way. It's either 2 plus this decimal, and the decimal is 45. You can just find that by 45 divided by 60. Alright, on the back, a couple formulas here. How do you find it? Well, let's draw the triangle first. 170 degrees, well, that's way out here. So we have this triangle. And let's see here, we have 170 degrees here. And if I call this B and A and C, A is opposite of A, that's 14. And C is opposite C, so that's 24. And what you need to see here is you have, again, an angle. You have two sides with an angle in between. And with this format with an angle between two sides, formula is 1/2 the two sides and times the sine of the angle. Now this works for any combination, just as long as you have an angle and the two sides. Our letters don't match up here, but the concept is the same. It's 1/2 times the two sides times the included angle right here. The letters can be anything. We can switch these around to whatever we need. In this one we put the B there, and we put those two letters. The sine by the two angles around, or the angle, two sides around them. Alright, on the last ones, well, both of them are the sine rule. Sine rule. Go ahead, try and figure out what you're looking for. Put an X what you're looking for. This says how far is the fire from fire station B, so that's this distance here. This is your X. Come up with a triangle, use the sine rule. Down here, a ship leaves port, so port's down here, and it leaves going north. North is this way, but it turns to the east. You might want to draw compass rose. Turns to the east 42 degrees, so maybe somewhere out there, and that's the path it goes. So you can see your triangle start to take shape. Come up with the whole triangle, fill in the parts, find the total distance traveled. You'd add up all three sides. Alright, hope this helps you on your assignment. We will take a quiz. It looks just like this.